and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video, early signs of autism. Now, a little disclaimer, just because your child may display one or more of these signs does not necessarily mean that they are autistic. It could just mean that they have a delay. So definitely if you have some suspicion that, or you suspect that your child may have autism, it's good to get them evaluated by a developmental pediatrician to ease your mind one way or another, you know, to see if the child does have it and if the child doesn't. All right, so let's get into this video. But before we do so, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell button so you can get a notification every time I post a video. Now, I'm going to do this segment and it'll probably be throughout this channel about me being an autism mom, signs that I've seen, and to kind of help other moms that have children on the spectrum with information that I find out, so that we can kind of work together as a community. If you have any questions, please make sure you comment down below. And I will answer those questions either in the video or I will respond to you within the comments. So definitely let me know if you have any questions about this video or videos that you may want me to do in the future. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, number one, she had some repetitive movement. Now, what do I mean by that? She would like flap her hands like this. Like when she would get excited, she would flap. She would spin around in a circle, just spin, but she wouldn't get dizzy. And I was like, okay, that's a little odd, but maybe she just don't have the little spinning, you know, reflex like everybody else have. Because if I spin around, I have vertigo. Okay, so everything be spinning anyway for me. But with her, it was just like, she would just spin around, and she wouldn't fall. She would spin around and come out of it and walk away. So that was one of the signs that I didn't know, but that's like one of the repetitive movements that was happening to her, and I didn't really pay attention to it. So that would kind of made me, it didn't make me think anything of it, because again, I'm a new parent, period. So, and this is my first child, so I didn't think autism was even something that she had. Number two, not responding to her name when called. Now, this is definitely a big one. But again, I didn't know anything about this one then. But I would call her, I'd be like, Journey, and she would look. But she wouldn't look at me. So if she was playing something, she would just continue to play. If she was eating something, she would just continue to eat. It was almost like I wasn't even calling her. So my first thing to do was, okay, maybe she's hard of hearing. Maybe she's deaf and I didn't know it. Or whatever the case is. So I did get her checked out to the audiologist to just kind of see, and they said everything was fine. And even then I didn't think autism, but later found out that that's one of the things, they do not respond to their name. So that might be a cause of concern if you call your child and they don't even look your way. They said at about maybe 8 or 9 months, a child kind of knows their name. And it may be even a little earlier than that, but that's what was, you know, what I was told. Number three, she would walk on her tippy toes. Now, some kids just walk on their tippy toes, okay? I know that a lot of my cousins, even when I was young, they would walk on their tippy toes. But she walked on her tippy toes for a long time. Until she was about maybe 5 or 6. I don't see her do it as much now that she's 7. But she definitely used to walk on her tippy toes all the time. And that is a sign that a child may be autistic, is if they're constantly walking on their tippy toes. So she definitely did that. That's one of the signs that I seen in her. The next thing that I noticed in her is that not say mama or dada. So she wouldn't say mama or dada. She would not even really acknowledge us at all, kind of thing. And you know, she knew who to come to, I felt like, if she needed something. But I don't think she would never say, mama, cookie, mama, this. It was never that. She never said anything. She would just come to me, or I would come to her just kind of knowing her, that maybe she needed something or she wanted something from me or something like that. And I just kind of went off of that. So I would definitely say that that is a sign of autism, is them basically not saying mama, dada, and they're almost like 2.5, 3. That's something that they should know early on. So I would definitely say that that is a sign of autism as well. She met her milestones early. Some of them she met early, some of them she met late. So let me tell you guys what I mean. By 8 months, Journey was walking. She never crawled though. So that was the lateness of it. Like, I felt like she should crawl before she walked, but she actually walked before she crawled, which was different to me. I'm like, you know, but even then I didn't think anything. I just thought maybe she didn't want to get down on her knees to crawl. I mean, maybe she just wanted to walk first. But by 8 months, she was definitely walking, but was not crawling. And then once I realized that after she was diagnosed, I'm like, okay, maybe that was a sign, saying that, you know, she did one thing or wanted to do that one thing, but didn't get the concept of crawling until after. So I would definitely say that that is a early sign of them maybe meeting a milestone early and then doing something later. The next thing, sensitivity to lights, sounds, and touch. She definitely was very sensitive to sound. I would see her when she would be little, and it could be anything, but she would do like this. And a lot of kids on the spectrum will cover their ears often because of the sounds and stuff gets too much and too overwhelming. She definitely had that. The constant doing like this and everything like that. She would do that all the time. She still does that to this day. If the fire alarm goes off or anything like that, she covers her ears. She would start to cry because in children on the spectrum, it is 10 times as louder as it is for us that are typically developing. And typically developing meaning we are normal. So that was definitely a sign that I seen within her that still didn't make me think nothing, of course, y'all, because again, this is my first child, so I didn't know. But I want to tell you parents now that that could be a sign that your child is autistic. Another thing that she would do is called echolia. I'm going to go into the terms later of what each of these things mean, but I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of what this word is. It's when a child repeats things. So it's okay for a child to repeat them, but if they're doing it in every aspect or if they're doing it not functionally, like for an example, Journey could sing every song that it was on her favorite cartoons, but she would just do it all the time. It wasn't like it was something that she would do on cue, but she would just do it all the time. She sang all the time. And it was just like, okay, but it's not functional type thing. So she would sing when she wanted to sing a song, but she wouldn't talk. So she had some words through song, but it wasn't functional like, mommy, I want this. Mommy, I need this. It wasn't through that. So that was definitely another sign that I seen within her. Another thing that she did, and this is, I guess, a part of kind of like an OCD, she would line things up. And like I said, again, it could be autism or it could be OCD, but she would line everything up. She would line bottles up. She would line so many different things up. And that was definitely another sign for me, for her, that once I looked all of the information up, that was one of the signs, is her lining things up. So that was a big thing for her. But the good news, and I want to give you guys a kind of like a good news. She's not lining up bottles no more. She do not spin no more. She does not line stuff up anymore. She don't walk on her tippy toes no more. She is verbal. And a lot of these things she's not doing now. Of course, we have new challenges because as a mom with a child on the spectrum, there will always be some form of challenge. Now everything is just no, for her right now. No, mommy, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do this. Before I can even get it out, no, I don't want to do it. So that's her thing now. Of course, we do have the speech, but again, I want everybody to know, if you are a new time parent that has a newly diagnosis for your child, just know that this is a wide spectrum, okay? There's a higher end and there's a lower end. And no, all of it is one big old journey, whether it's on the lower end or the higher end. And what I mean by that, let me just kind of tell you that, higher end is more like Asperger's, and that's another form of autism. And then like the lower end, of course, is like children that are nonverbal. So like I said, it's a wide spectrum. Every child is different, and I want you guys to know that. And it is a journey. I actually named my daughter Journey, and we have been on one since she's been born. And I mean, that's real. But I wanted to kind of, that's all the signs that I had for you today. I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of the things that I witnessed in the beginning. The most important sign of autism that I almost forgot was the lack of speech. That is probably the number one sign of autism, is a child not talking by a certain time. So like Journey was like 2.5 and she was babbling. So yeah, so she is definitely, it's definitely a journey. It's definitely something to get used to. It's not always easy. We have our good days, we have our bad days. We'll do a video on the things that I did when Journey was first diagnosed and everything like that. I'll do a quick video on that. Other things that I did to help other mothers out with the beginning stages of that. But I want to first come out with this one as far as the signs that I seen with Journey at first. And then I'll also do another video on just signs in general, because everybody don't diagnose their children at the early ages. Some people found out later on that their child has it, and I want to do a video about that. So that won't be the next one, but we will definitely, I definitely want to get your questions, your comments, and so I can put a video together on that for anything that you may need, or any advice you may need. Definitely just let me know and I will put it in a video, or I will answer it in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Hit that post notification bell button, and I promise you I will provide you guys with amazing content, okay? Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.